What's up, Internet? Welcome back. Today we're going to be diving into the ongoing investigation of the 2020 Georgia election, along with shedding light on some of the legal proceedings and give it some historical context. Let's rewind to the tumultuous 2020 election. As a nation is grappled with the impact of a pandemic, the democratic process faced unprecedented challenges. The pandemic forced a shift towards mail-in ballots, which prompted concerns about voter accessibility and the integrity of the election process. Mail-in voting laws saw their start during the Civil War. Soldiers on both sides were given the opportunity to cast their ballots while on the battlefield and still have their votes be counted. Mail-in voting is an old and established process that wasn't exactly contentious until the former president saw that he was likely going to be losing the election. These ginned up concerns set the stage for the potential destruction of our democracy, which culminated in the insurrection of January 6, 2021. Fast forward today, and we find ourselves witnessing a grand jury investigation centered around the allegations of election meddling by then-President Donald Trump and his allies. Now let's take a look at the legal chessboard where high-stakes moves are unfolding. Prosecutors in Atlanta are embarking on a historic journey, investigating potential election meddling by the former president, likely stemming from the 11,780 remark made by the former president to Secretary of State Ben Raffensperger. The conversation was released by Raffensperger and his team shortly after it was held. This release sent shockwaves throughout the nation, highlighting the calls of fascism that experts were making all the more. The presentation of their case to the grand jury is a critical step in seeking justice and accountability. Former Democratic officials Jen Jordan and B. Nugent are among those that have been called to testify. That's a testament to the magnitude and the scope of the inquiry. We are likely to see current and former state officials testify before this is done. District Attorney Fani Willis has spearheaded this investigation for the past 2 years, unearthing a complex web of actions taken by Trump and his allies. These allegations reverberate through history, echoing a need for better defenses of our core principles of democracy. The charges of racketeering and conspiracy to commit false statements reflect the seriousness of this investigation. It brings the days of mobsters and wise guys back to the mind, when organized crime had its fingers in everything from politics and unions to casinos and business protection. We have seen the charge of conspiracy to commit false statements recently within the federal level. Jeff Fortenberry, who recently held Nebraska's 1st congressional district seat, was convicted of this very charge in 2022. He got lucky though. He only got 2 years of probation, community service, and a fine. Oh, and resigning from Congress. The path towards justice is complex, but the glimpses into history reveal the dynamics at play. As these proceedings continue, scrutiny and speculation are going to keep ramping up. The accidental posting of the criminal charges against former President Donald Trump on Monday morning, even though temporarily, stirred reactions from all corners. Critics like myself and his supporters weighed in, revealing the intensity of this moment. If those hadn't been taken down, there's a possibility that the former president could have capitalized on this. This moment is more than just a legal investigation. It's a major chapter in our nation's history. This could very well set even more precedent on how insurrectionists are held accountable at the state level. We've seen it before. Many officials that took part in the Civil War were not allowed to hold office after returning back to the Union. Heck, we've even seen an insurrectionist be barred from office recently. Couey Griffin, co-founder of Cowboys for Trump, and up until recently the Otero County Commissioner in New Mexico, he was barred by a judge from holding office ever again. The judge that presided over the case cited Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. It's a clause barring those who have taken oaths to uphold the Constitution from holding office ever again. Throughout history, our democracy has weathered storms, faced challenges, and every time has come out stronger. The investigation into the meddling of the 2020 election by the former president only adds to this narrative. As we navigate the currents of this historic event, it's important to remember that history isn't only about the past. It also includes the present and the future. We are living through a time that will shape the narrative of our nation. Do we hold those who swore an oath to the Constitution accountable for their actions, or do we give into the fear tactics of the former president and his allies? I vote the former. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Like, comment, and share to stay up to date on everything that's going on with the historic events that are taking place right now. Oh, and hit the bell notification at the top so you get notified when we release a new video. Always remember, knowledge is a weapon. Use it.